Thank you for joining us to review the Hartford Nationals Emergency Response and EAP. I'm Dr. Ed Cornolia with the University of Michigan Health West. Medical service will be at the competition if any of the athletes has any medical concerns during the competition. If there are medical concerns outside of the competition, please reach out to your medical provider to see the list of hospitals and urgent cares in the local area. In case of a medical emergency, please call 911.
On-site communication will be done through the Event Mobi app. Please use the graphic on the right side of the screen to download and access the Event Mobi app. Important information such as weather delays, heat delays, and others will be done through this app.
Listed are procedures for life-threatening injuries and/or illnesses, moderate injuries, and minor injuries. Please refer to this chart in case of one of these events arise. A life-threatening injury and/or illness is defined by the following: loss of consciousness from any cause, respiratory distress, altered mental status from any cause, seizure from any cause, obvious extremity deformity, weak or absent pulses or limb discoloration, heat-related illness, and/or neck pain associated with trauma. Moderate injuries/illnesses are classified as reduced dislocations without deformity, severe sprains, lacerations, heat cramps or heat exhaustion, and head trauma without loss of consciousness. Mild injuries and illnesses can be mild contusions, bruises or abrasions, minor sprains, loss of range of motion and nosebleeds, sunburns without blisters. Please use your best judgment to determine the severity of an incident. In order to prevent heat-related illnesses, please ensure that each athlete hydrates prior to competition with water and electrolytes. In the event someone suffers from heat-related illness, the medical staff will use best practices to assess the heat-related illness. If needed, rapid cooling is used prior to transport to the closest medical facility. Heat cramps can occur during or after the activity. If an athlete has heat cramps, please notify the medical staff and have them rehydrate, stretch, and move to a shaded area. If the heat cramps continue for longer than 1 to 2 hours, refer to a local emergency department or urgent care. Heat exhaustion should be monitored during the activity, particularly during high temperatures. If an athlete had any of the following symptoms, such as irritability, fatigue, nausea or vomiting, cramps, headache, lightheadedness, or fast heart rate, have them report to the medical staff at the medical tent. They will be monitored and determine if they need to be referred to an emergency department. Please also remember to bring all your regular medications, including EpiPens and albuterol inhalers, to the competitions. There will not be oxygen available on site during competitions. Heat stroke is considered a medical emergency. This occurs when the body's core temperature exceeds 104 degrees. If any athlete seems to have any of the previously discussed heat illnesses, they will need to report to the medical staff for further evaluation. Injuries during the competition will have athletic trainers and EMS on site at each event. Shown is the medical disqualification process. Athletes will be taken to the medical tent for an evaluation. If the medical staff determines that it is no longer safe for the athlete to compete, a disqualification form will be completed. If an athlete returns with proper clearance, their status will be updated. Our medical teams will monitor the weather, including tornadoes, heat, and lightning. The event staff will make announcements through the communications app or through PA announcement at each site. The most common weather threat in Michigan is lightning. When sheltering from lightning, you should shelter in a fully enclosed grounded building or fully enclosed vehicle. The athletic trainer will notify event staff should lightning strike within 15 miles of the event. A horn will be sounded if lightning is detected, and a notification will be sent via GroupMe or by sports directors. Participants and attendees must seek shelter immediately in a fully enclosed building or fully enclosed vehicle. The lead athletic trainer will notify event staff when the lightning threat is over and the event can resume. For lightning pool protocol, activity will be suspended for 30 minutes for any lightning in a 10-mile radius. In regards to tornadoes, a tornado watch is when there's a possibility of an approaching storm. During a tornado warning, a siren will be sounded, which indicates that a tornado has been sighted by a radar in the area. In the case of a tornado warning, all participants and spectators and tournament staff should seek shelter immediately in a secure location. Temperature may also delay events. Activities that are to take place in 86.2 degrees Fahrenheit or more are to be delayed or canceled until further notice. Temperatures between 76.2 to 86.1 degrees Fahrenheit have limitations on activity duration. The following are venues for the various events, as well as information for the closest medical care. The closest hospitals and ERs are Cornwall Health, GR Blodgett Hospital, and Helen DeVos Children's Hospital ER for all events, except for the triathlon in Millennium Park, where Trinity Health Emergency Center will be the closest. Please take note of your location and become familiar with the designated shelter and locations of medical tents. Thank you for your time. We're so excited to have you join us in Grand Rapids for the Hartford Nationals. Welcome to our city, and please enjoy your time here.